Guys, CPI came lower than expected, and now is the right moment to go all in before we are going to see the next major move that could happen at any given moment. So if you don't want to miss out on some amazing trades, let's go, guys. Thank you for tuning in here again on this Tuesday. Sometimes I still keep forgetting what day it actually is. I'm again in a different villa. I'm still in Bali, guys, traveling before I go back to Ukraine. So here, let's jump directly into the charts and to talk about what's going on here. So the DXY is getting here rejected from the 101.8 points level, and the reason for that is that CPI came in a little bit lower than expected. That's why we see this downwards move now, and that of course leads to some relief in the altcoin market and the crypto market overall, and we see that already when I go here to Bitcoin, not on the weekly chart. Let me go here to the 15 minutes chart. So here, that was when CPI came out, and then you see since then we moved up a little bit. Now we are coming a little bit more down. The weekend got that pullback that I was talking about all the way down to $100,763. From the W broke out here today to the upside. Now we are on the way to the technical target. This is a trade that you potentially missed, but I have another trade for you here in a second. So because that trade is halfway already done here, we're talking about another $1,200, and this trade is done. I would not risk it for like a 1.2% move, you know, so you need like 50x leverage to make any kind of decent money on that, and it's just not worth it, you know, it's just not worth it. There's better trades that we can do here. When I go into the 1 hourly chart, also here you can clearly see that we bounced off a Fibonacci level that I had drawn before, so now I need to adjust that actually a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, so we stepped exactly into the 0.382 level there, got the bounce back to the upside, so that would have been the perfect entry level here for a sniper trade if you would have caught it. Now I give you another entry. This entry is around this level here. So once we're breaking above here, $103,760, that is the next logical entry, because you can clearly see that this was here resistance. Also here, that is just a deviation above it. Now we are retesting that resistance once again. Once that level is broken, I expect Bitcoin to rally past $105,000 in direction of $110,000 rather quickly. On the MDX Algo scalp gradients, you can see that also here we are now in a light bluish phase again, which is usually a consolidation, followed by another move to the upside. You can see that also over here, you know, blue phase, purple, reddish, coming up, then here a little bit, then come down. So I expect something similar to be happening here in the short term. We have tested this big resistance area that I was talking about, this huge sell block, got rejected from there as expected, and now we are just consolidating between support and resistance until we find the momentum through $106,000, which will lead to a pump to at least $111,000, in my opinion, to the 3.618 Fibonacci extension. The Reactor indicator also cooled down. When you look at it, we got here already the first dot plot. We are waiting for the second one. That is basically confirmation. But you would be not wrong to, like I said, to enter at around $103,800. On the liquidation levels, also here, another reason why we should go higher in the short term is that we did not even touch the 50 moving average. We tried to get close to it, and only below that 50 moving average is all the high leveraged long liquidity. So I think that is, I would not say untouchable, but hard to get there. So, and the lowest hanging fruit is the short liquidity. There's just above us here starting at $104,100 all the way up to $104,900. And from there we will short squeeze in direction of $108,000. The liquidation heat map also clearly shows you that we were taking out all the concentrated long liquidity that was up here, short liquidity that was up here, and then the long liquidity below us that had built up over the last week. Now we are going back to the upside. Also here you see a confluence. Once we are touching $105,000, that we should get a short squeeze to like $107,000 and then go in a direction of 110. Now when we're looking at the total free market cap, here we broke over $960 billion. I told you guys that this is going to happen. Also that this will be a short-term resistance, basically waiting for a break into this resistance area here to start to consolidate between 900 more or less 50 and $980 billion. And once we are bull flagging here, we're going to get the move over $1 trillion, and that will have a massive effect on our altcoin portfolio. The Bitcoin dominance also keeps going lower here, has a small consolidation, which is absolutely fine. This is exactly what we want to see before we get the next major leg to the downside, which in my opinion can still happen at some point this week. We get another candle to the downside, but I would preferably see 2 days more of consolidation here before we get the next leg in direction of 60%. I want to mention here once again, guys, if you are trading altcoins, specifically go to Bybit. I trade all my altcoins there. You still get $30,000 worth of bonuses. You can use a Bybit card, so I have to pull it up here again. Where is it? That card, I use it for everything, use it for my travels, paying tomorrow for the club that I'm going, so shit for my girlfriend, I pay everything with that card. So if you want a card like that and want to get also free airdrop position, use the link in the description below and the comment below. Ethereum, here is a new trade setup that I have for Ethereum. You can clearly see that we're currently trading under resistance on this 12-hourly chart, but the stochastic is about to pinch to the upside. The RSI did this already, and the MACD will bounce off with the trend line of the signal line and then break here through that resistance level of $2,757 also really fast. That's why you should get an entry another percent higher from where we're currently at, and then my target is $3,353. So another 30% move here that I'm trading with a stop loss of 5.61%. You see the risk reward ratio is absolutely fine, and I'm telling you this is the next trade setup for the next potentially 10 days to 2 weeks. 10 days to 2 weeks is where I see that playing out. Solana is here in a consolidation phase currently, also just under resistance, and we are coiling up here. The more that we are coiling up, the more likely it is that we're getting here the next leg in the direction of $200. That is also again the next trade setup for Solana. I'm gonna explain in a moment why. So this is unfortunately just a 12% move, but still it's worth it. So with 3.5% stop loss, also here the risk to reward ratio is absolutely fine. So why would I take this trade based on this 4-hourly chart? Because the MACD is turning around, stochastic going up, RSI will follow suit once we are breaking above that resistance here of $180 really quickly. The next one is Coti. Here I would still wait for the downward sloping trend line to be broken. We had here a test on this daily chart over the weekend and failed, so we could come down here one more time into like 7.6 cents. So you can either long it from here, or if we break above the downward sloping trend line, these are the two levels that I would be watching for a trade into the 10-cent level. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I have to help with the suitcases they just got here. But tomorrow we're gonna talk way more altcoins. So definitely tune in tomorrow. It will be a little bit earlier than today. And don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more money tomorrow.